Tonight or today, I'm making keto meat lovers pizza. Yes, I am. I start off with the 2 cup bag of mozzarella full fat cheese. Then I take about 2 ounces of cream cheese and about a tablespoon of unsalted butter. And what we're going to do with this in the meantime, I'm going to stick this in the microwave so it can melt a little bit. Right over here. I'm not far, I'm still here. I only put it on for like a minute. That's about it. Just one good hot minute. And what I'm going to do over here is take my half a cup of coconut flour. Any brand will do. Put it in the other mixing bowl. And I like to take about, probably about a good half a tablespoon of Italian seasoning. Ooh, kind of overdid it there, but that's okay. Doesn't have any salt in it. And I like the garlic herb seasoning. I put like a teaspoon. And I have onion and herb seasoning. I put like a teaspoon of that in there too. And what we're going to do is mix this all around. In the meantime, they try to be neat as I go along here. And feel free to review this again to follow along with me once you get all of your ingredients. And next I'm going to do, I need 2 eggs. Let me get those for me. I'm still here. I'm right over here getting these 2 eggs. So what I'm going to do, crack these 2 eggs. See, we're really cooking here. Thank goodness my eggs are okay. Oh boy, got that done. And I got my mixture of my mozzarella cheese, butter, and cream cheese. Let me stir the eggs up around and just my seasonings and my coconut flour. Pizza is just one of my favorite go-to foods. It's something that I have to have, definitely. At least once every 2 weeks or something like that. So it's quick, easy, and it's Friday. Something my family, my husband, and my mother-in-law will also enjoy. And yes, it's meat lovers pizza. So I hope you have pencil and paper. You're writing some of this stuff down. So you can go ahead and do the same thing. Basically, the first part of the mixture, it looks something like a little bit like this. You can see that. And then next, what I'm going to do is take my cream cheese, butter, and 2 cups of shredded mozzarella cheese. Add this in here. And when you mix this together, it's not going to be that evenly distributed, and it's okay, but just try to distribute it as best as you can. So it is gooey and sticky. You're not going to be able to roll it out like you would a regular pizza dough. And I'm going to show you how to do this. And this type of dough is also called, in the keto world, fathead pizza dough. I've made calzones from this. I've made it savory to make my cinnamon rolls and all kinds of things. And once I get this together, as you can see, like I said, it's a pretty dough, nice yellow color, but it's not going to be completely dissolvable. So I think sometimes people get frustrated with the fathead dough, and when you lift it up, you see it's not completely all the way, and that's okay. And that is perfectly fine. Mix this all the way in. it's a little warm today. Forgive me, I'm having a quite, I don't know, for some reason today, personal summer, but that's okay. Having a good personal summer day. And it's a nice day outside. So my mother-in-law is outside, so she's going to stay outside until I finish recording this demo for you all for this pizza dough and everything. So, oh my goodness. Yes, it's getting there. It's getting there. And what I'd like to do is to roll out, get parchment paper. Parchment paper is what I use to roll it out on. I take parchment paper and I put this on here. As you can see, believe me, once this is done, it is well worth it. You're going to love it. No question about it. I'm going to smash and dampen this down a little bit. And the trick is, because the rolling pin won't go over this smoothly, the trick is to use wax paper on top. I make like a T on top of my wax paper. And let me get my rolling pin. Ooh, it is warm today. Forgive me, y'all. Rolling this dough out. I do wish I had a second camera so I can cut to where you can see how this is going to look. And I'll show you a trick of how to put this in the pizza pan. And when I put this in the pan, and as this bakes for like 10 minutes, I want to go over some keto information and news. And I want to pay kudos to a particular young lady that did sports that decided to take a stand. That I take a stand that more people need to take in their lives when it comes to their personal health. Yes, indeed. And what I do is take the pan, slide it under the parchment paper, take my wax paper off, and take off the other wax paper. You don't really lose a lot of dough. I like to scrape that off and put it back on. This is exactly what I'm going to do. Let's take some of this. Forgive me for having my back to you. It's perfectly good dough that I've taken off of this that's left over on this parchment paper. And I'm just redistributing it back on top of this pizza crust. Yes, indeed. Whew, it's a warm day. Mhm. I'm putting this around and around and around. And you see I have this leftover paper. I have it on this my pizza tray. The leftover paper, what I do is just simply cut around it. But since it's parchment paper, not the wax paper, but parchment paper, you can go ahead and put this in and bake this in the oven without any problem. But still watch it. And if you have kids around, make sure you're watching them too. So what I'm going to do is bake this in the oven for like 10 minutes, and we're going to chat. Yes, indeed. I just wanted to talk about, yes, Friday. Everybody always glad and grateful for the Friday and everything, which is a wonderful thing. But the young lady, what is her name? I have to look her up on my phone, but I was reading how she decided, Naomi Osaka. I commend her for taking time off and not being pressured into doing the interviews with the reporters, because she felt like she needed personal time and to deal with her personal mental health. I think we live in times where everybody is so competitive. Everybody always wants to run, 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 run without slowing down. And sometimes these are some of the very same issues that may have contributed to some of the health problems that some of us have. Um, yes, learn to slow down. And most of all, yes, learn to say no. It's okay to say no if you can't do certain things, or even if you, it's okay to ask for help if you need help with something. Don't feel like you have to do everything because we're all only human and it's just not possible. And you have to remember that, you know. So other than that, I like to share with you all with me today. I'm hoping to be off of one of my medications since I've been on keto for a couple of years. So it's looking like it might be headed in that direction. I did see my physician earlier this morning and everything, so we talked about that. And things are looking good. He's quite pleased and quite impressed with what I've been doing, what's been going on, and everything. So that's exciting. So at least that's headed in the right direction. I was taking the diabetes medication called metformin. Taking 2 pills twice a day, 500 milligrams each. Then I went down to a pill and a half. Then I went down to 1 pill. Now I'm just taking half a pill. So as you see, keto is a lifestyle for me. It's not just a diet that I'm following to lose weight. I've reaped the benefits of other things, such as not having the allergies as bad as I used to, or if not at all. And I don't get the upper respiratory infections that I used to at all either. And for the most part, I think it's a good deal. And like when I went to my doctor's this morning, a couple of people there recognized me and knew who I was, and they're interested in me coaching them. That's quite flattering. And most people say they need help. But one thing I tell people, do not see this as just a diet. This is a lifestyle change. I'd rather see you research, learn about it, the do's and don'ts, what to do. And the easy way to start is to um, write down a list of all your favorite foods and a list of your go-to foods when you're coming home from work and when you're trying to fix work for your family, your kids, or whatever have you. What do you go to? These things, once you have certain things in line, this helps you put things in place. So it would make it easier for you. Sure, you're going to have times where you might cheat. Sometimes I think a challenge is saying no to family and friends, when they're making fabulous desserts or foods that they know that you like or used to eat, and now you have to do something different. And some of those fabulous foods and desserts, believe me, Google, you can always find a keto dessert or keto entree or meal that you can learn to make on your own. And it's not that bad and it's not that complicated. Like today with this particular pizza, I've already pre-made pre-cooked bacon. I have pre-cooked combination of sage, sausage, and ground beef, green peppers, onions, pepperoni, and black olives. So that's what I have there. And of course, my cheeses that I'm going to use. And I made my sauce. And when I make my sauce for the pizza, I love using um, tomato paste instead. I lucked up on that thing about tomato paste. Yes, hold on. And with the tomato paste, forgot to add one little ingredient. I like using at least a part of a pack of stevia inside of my tomato paste for my sauce for my pizza. Um, just to give it some, break down some of that acidity from the tomato. But yes, some things I've had to really, really learn how to do, had to think of substitutions. And then in this past year, due to COVID, um, all of us staying home, I decided to take the course in the class to become a keto coach. And lo and behold, I found that there were some things that I was doing that wasn't quite correct. That's helped me even lose more weight and get more health benefits and everything. For example, I used to occasionally use the little coffee creams as a little treat in the morning with my tea or my coffee. That has only 5 grams of sugar, but my body didn't like it. soon as I cut that out, I was already cutting out and getting rid of my sugar in the first place. But as soon as I cut that out, more weight start falling off. Not as quick, fast, or steady as most people, but my weight start coming off for me even more. So that makes me very happy. And I'm proud to say, yes, I'm 55 years old. I do exercise. I do, and I would suggest, yes, exercise is still important. It's still good for your cardiovascular, and yes, you can still get and gain muscle. And what's amazing to me, even at my age, I have a figure and I have a waist again. At one point, I did not have a waist anymore. Now I have a waist. And yes, I do have a personal weight goal of maybe losing about 30 more pounds or 25 more pounds, but then I want to gain muscle at the same time. I don't want to be skinny or thin. And I'm also very petite. I'm not even quite 5'2". I don't mind sharing that information with you. Yeah, but this is doable. And even for men see a lot of benefits with this. And it gets your hormones back in place. And some of you young people, women that may be suffering from PCOS, this is beneficial when you're trying to conceive. It may help some of you out there with that. But please remember to consult your doctor, your physician, before you start any weight loss, dietary lifestyle changes, or exercise programs. So you can make sure that you're doing whatever you need to do to stay in line and stay in place. Luckily, I have a group of great doctors that are working with me. I even helped him understand some components about keto. So it was great to see him today. Very good doctor, patient first, I don't mind saying. But it was just awesome. So um, basically, just trying to get your life back. That's one of my hashtags. Get your life back. Yes, you can. You don't have to sit on the sideline in the corner when you're 40. You don't have to just decide not to do certain things anymore when you're 40 plus. Still get up, get at them, go about things, live your life, live your dreams, even pursue things, goals that you may want to pursue. I'm doing certain things that I never dreamed I would be doing, or even learning to do at this point in my life, even like modeling. Um, Also, I like to do arts and crafts, but anything you all like to do, if you want to exercise more, go swimming, if you want to take a scuba diving lesson or whatever, go do it. Or even consider a program where you can even help, others. What can you do to give back to others? Like this is what I'm doing with keto. I want to see people live a full, healthy life and be happy. That's all, I want to see people live their dreams. I want to see people go after. I like helping people get to the next step. And if they need me to hold their hand, I'm here to do that for you also. This is what I'm here to do. Yeah. So let's go check on this crust and see if it's ready yet. Let's check on this pre-baked crust. Okay, here we are. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, pre-baked crust. Here we go. And what I'm going to do is I call it slather on the tomato sauce. Oh my goodness. And it smells fabulous. God, I love the smell of garlic or anything type of Italian type of cooking or meal. Love it, love it, love it. And I hope you enjoy yours too. Please let me know if you're following this recipe, or if you need to get to me in regards to what you need. Please feel free to direct message me, send me a message, Facebook, Instagram, or whatever have you. Feel free to contact me. Oh my goodness. See, it don't have to be fancy. I got the sauce on, and the sauce looks fabulous. See, let me get this cheese. Woo! Here I am, and my local grocer here is Kroger. So I love their Italian blend. I like to sprinkle that on, spread it out, sprinkle that on, spread it out. It'll be absolutely delicious. Yeah. Oh my goodness. And the pizza blend, crunch this up, crunch it all around. I love cheese. I don't know about you, but I love cheese. And that's one thing on this program. Thank God, that's one thing I did not have to give up. It's awesome. So I use the pizza blend, the Italian blend, and more mozzarella. And I always use the whole milk, full fat mozzarella. When you're doing keto, you don't want to do anything that's low fat or no fat because they got too many other ingredients and things in it to switch it up that could take you out of ketosis, which means take you out of fat burning mode. And you don't want that, especially if you're trying to lose weight or heal issues with your gut. And that's what keto also does. And I more so lean between keto and carnivore. Carnivore, that's a whole nother topic altogether. Um, See what I'm doing? Putting right there. And let's start with my ingredients. And see, this is a combination of the sausage and ground beef. Like I said, I'm not serving nobody but myself. I got my hands all in it. Yes. Sage sausage and ground beef mixed together. See that? Sage sausage and ground beef. Yes, indeed. I'm putting this on here also. And yes, I am an olive lover. I don't know about you. If you don't want olives, just take them out. Don't have to put them in there. But I love black olives. I don't have green olives today, but I have some black olives that I'm putting in. Definitely use it. Oh yes, this is going to be fun.com. And of course, pepperoni. Yes, put the pepperoni on here. Oh my goodness. 20 years ago, I who'd have thought I would have been eating like this. I remember 20 years ago or so, I had given up eating beef and pork, like most people do. Everybody chooses their own whatever works for you. And I encourage you to do whatever works for you that's helping and improving your health. But don't be afraid to switch it up. This was hard to switch up. A lot of programming that we get in terms of dietary stuff and how we should and should not be eating. And yes, keto is the complete opposite. Keto and carnivore. They encourage you to eat your meat, have fat, make sure you're eating enough, which is difficult, believe it or not. And it's interesting, the very things that I had to get used to adapting to were the very things that were working for me that were helping me lose the weight. Now, keep in mind, ladies, I know some of you gentlemen may know, I used to weigh 263 pounds, and I was a woman size petite 20 and 22. Now I'm a petite size 8. That's a drastic change. And not saying, like I said, people do other things that may work for them, but other things and not eating up the meat is not working for me. So thank goodness I have adapted and learned. You know, I don't mind changing. I've always been a quick person. I'm not going to stick to something out of human pride. If it's not working, it's not working. Move on. Switch up to something else. That's a philosophy you should apply to any area of your life. Sometimes we get programmed into thinking if it's not a certain way, people just give up. You can't give up. You have to constantly research. You got to study. You got to learn. You got to look into, even if it's contrary to what most people may even think or believe. So this is what it looks like right now. And guess what? We're going to put it in the oven. indeed. Put it in the oven. And what I do is put it in there so it can cook for about a good 15, 20 minutes or so. So the crust is already cooked. Personally, I don't prefer my crust to be over baked, especially if you got to put it in the oven a second time once you put your ingredients on top. I think it's a good idea to, I just like to make it a little softer when I'm cooking my ingredients. Yes. So, and I still have some leftover toppings for other things. Sometimes what I do is freeze my leftover toppings. You know, so keto is pretty simple. I mean, there are a lot of things and a lot of ways that you can eat, and things that you can learn about in regards to this. So, what you can do, like I said, write a list of your favorite foods to get started. Doesn't matter what it is. Write a list of your go-to foods when you're busy and things to have with you for lunch. Sometimes what I carry, even in my purse, if I'm out and about, of course I carry water with me. But the little packages of tuna fish and salmon, I carry those with me for quick on the go. Sometimes, believe it or not, to get my fat in, I'll get some Perigold organic butter and maybe cut like a tablespoon of it so I can eat some of that. Because fat keeps you satiated, keeps you from being full, and it helps your body burn fat also. This is an amazing, that still amazes me about being low carb and keto and everything, how fat burns fat. And of course, make sure you're drinking enough water. You can still have your teas and your coffees and things of that nature, but if you're having coffee, still use your stevia or your erythritol, xylitol, aloes, or whatever have you, anything that's keto friendly. But be mindful that's still carbohydrates, so that still counts towards your daily intake. And most people will find that that's going to be different person to person. My daily intake may be different than yours. I have to consume 20 grams of carbs or less daily. Sometimes people see that in one single drink. And be careful of processed foods. Yes, food manufacturers, they're trying to keep up with trends and what people are doing in their ketogenic things like myself. But still reads, I'm finding some things, they may be sugar free and it may say sugar free, but it has way too many carbohydrates. It has up to 10 or even 20 grams per one serving. So you got to watch that. So yes, a lot of things you're going to be making by yourself. And like I keep stressing, everybody's different. You have to learn your own body. And one thing that's helped me learn myself, I grew up with allergy issues. So I've always had to be self-aware of what affects me because I would feel it. I would feel it different. And I'm sure some of you will. And some of you will find that if you have issues with inflammation, swelling, that stuff over time will be alleviated. But as I indicated, consult your doctor, consult your physician, talk to him or her. Don't start any diet, lifestyle, or exercise program without their consent or to consult them in regards to what it is you want to do. And they're there to help you too. They really are. They're not against you. They're there to help you. And sometimes you can show them things. And luckily, I was so touched today when my doctor said, "Yeah, I was looking into the stuff that I researched." And said, "Yeah, you're good. You're excellent." So still have a road to go. This is not easy. It's really not. Still has a road to go, and you still have to do certain things. Like I said, I like one-on-one consultations. I love talking to people. I love helping people because this comes from my heart. I'm living this. I'm experiencing this. And some of you may follow, my coaching and the research I give you and the information I give you, and may find that it may work faster. And as I've indicated, my body is more resistant than most people. I guess because of my age and being female, the correlation between the hormones and the estrogen, progesterone, testosterone levels, and things of that nature, and all of that stuff. So it takes me a while. Sometimes it may take me a whole year to lose 10 pounds. Whereas some people, it may take them a year to lose 100 pounds. That's okay. Everybody and everybody's body is very, very different. You just have to make sure you know how to tune in and connect to it. Just like sometimes we stress drink water, drink water. But some people's bodies have a hard time adapting to that. They have to do other things. And that's okay. Learn you. That's what I stress. Learn you and find something that you feel or that you think that will work for you. You know, if it works for you, beautiful. Now, sometimes I get frustrated. I get on the scale. I tend to lose inches quicker than I do the weight. I get on the scale and go, oh, then I have to remember, okay, you lose inches, that's a good thing. That means your body is building muscle. And I do exercise frequently, at least 4 to 5 times a week. 3 times a week, I try to get in my 15,000 steps. You know, I have Fitbit, I go by that, and I run up and down my steps in my house 20 times when I'm doing that. And on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I lift weights or do yoga, Pilates, or something like that. So I try to maintain some type of activity, which is beneficial to everyone. But even with that, pace yourself, watch yourself, talk to your doctor, don't overdo it. If you can only go up the steps in your house one time, that's fine. Don't worry about it. You can always build up and build on what it is you're trying to do or what it is you want to do. And that is perfectly fine. Don't worry about it. You know, don't, I'm here. I got you. Contact me. I help encourage you, motivate you, and see you through. Not a problem at all. Not a problem because I know how you feel. It's very frustrating. I've struggled with my weight for the better part of the majority of my life. I mean, at one point in my life, I remember when I was like 9 years old, I weighed 104 pounds at nine. You know, teeny 9 year old. You know, it's like, you know, I guess, you know, I thank goodness that I'm here, that I'm able to help and teach other people, such as yourself. You know, I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot. And also, one thing about keto, some people worry about. I had a gentleman say, "I want to do keto. My brother's doing it, but he had the keto flu." Basically, the keto flu, all that is your body is has a withdrawal from sugar and simple carbohydrates. Simple carbohydrates is sugar. Your body processes and metabolizes simple carbohydrates in sugar. Anyway, that's what that is. That's all that means. So your body is going through withdrawal. Because sugar is also known as, in some instances, as a drug in itself. And it affects people and it's very addictive. And I was one of them that was very addicted to sugar at one point. But as far as the keto flu, you get past that. Some people have to start keto or carnivore in steps. You know, there's certain processes to that. Some people are you're able to have some small amounts of carbs until you graduate until you're able to get rid of the simple starches. Simple carbs, those of you that don't know, are stuff like corn, potatoes, pasta, breads, anything made with flour, gluten. When you eat that stuff, and especially people if you're insulin resistant or even have diabetes, your body just turns it into sugar again. So if your body's not burning or utilizing sugar, guess what? It turns it into fat. So we don't want that anymore. You want to try to get as close to whatever your body weight is supposed to be with minimal fat, you know, as far as the chart or the scale or whatever the doctors use in the office to determine what ratio you fit in. So I think it's a struggle for most people. I mean, like I said, most people are working a lot, doing a lot of things. I always thought people are doing way too much these days. It's okay to be motivated, goal driven, but you have to have time to think and reflect on yourself and your health and spend time with your family and things. Or even just spend time with, like I said, reflecting and thinking about yourself. What can you do to make you a better you? This is what I told my doctor. I'm always somebody that's always looking for what I can do to make me a better me. What is it I can do? Whether it's reading a book about something, helping me be a better meditator, a better researcher, learning more about whatever it is. I've always been the type of person I'll sit, be on my computer or even on my phone, looking, researching, researching, and trying to back up and see and throwing out what I that may not be conducive to foods at this time. Like far as keto, I kind of regret years ago seeing Dr. Atkins on a TV show. And everything sounded so foreign, and I was struggling with my weight, and I'm like, no, that can't be right. It took me almost 20 years again to finally listen to Miss Suzanne Summers. Bless her, God bless her. I tell people anything. She saved my life when I read her books when she was on the Home Shopping Network. I love her dearly. Thank you, Miss Suzanne Summers. You saved my life. Um, then I started going, wow, if I would, and I still feel that way. If I would have did this when I was in my 20s instead of in my 50s, I probably would be a whole lot better off. So even you young people that feel like you don't need to lose weight, still take a look at your health. At least you can do things that prevent certain things or veer off certain things. Like I always say, we're not here forever. We're not here forever, but we can improve the quality of our lives so we can be a better for the people we love, and we can spend more time with the people we love and help them when they need help. And that's what I'm all about encouraging people to do. So that's the bottom line. So what I'm going to do is check on this pizza. Wait 1 second. I'll be right with you. Yeah. I'm going to give it a few more minutes, but it is looking absolutely fabulous. I wish I had another camera so I can show you all in the oven. I put it in the toaster oven just to be economy econo wise instead of my large oven in my home. Plus it doesn't burn to give off as much heat. So and it is a warm day here. That is for sure. So what I want to do is I want to make sure that you all get to see this pizza. And like I said, tonight, if you get the ingredients, repeat this. I'm going to type in information so you all can see, so you can go to your grocery store this evening. If you can't make it this evening, make it tomorrow Saturday, and have it when you all Netflix and chill with your family and your friends, or if you're Netflixing and chilling by yourself. Excellent, excellent. I'm going to get me a plate to get ready. I got my plate ready. I'm going to give it a couple more minutes. And those of you, I'm using this particular app. I wish I could see those of you that are typing in information or whatever have you. I'll respond back to you later. I'm not able to do that right now, but I just thank you all for definitely being here, checking it out, watching. Please like, subscribe, share on my YouTube channel, Tina the Keto Coach, on Instagram, Tina the Keto Coach, Facebook, Tina the Keto Coach, and you can find me on LinkedIn also. It's just Tina M. Otero. Feel free to follow me, find me, and share, because I'm sure you all know plenty of people that's looking for help and assistance or just general support. Later on, I might create a group of people where we can all chime in together and share our experiences on our keto journey and things of that nature. And some of you that may have done this before, you're looking for a way to get back into it, start doing it again if you need encouragement and support. I'm here. Feel free to contact me. Let me know. Talk to me, DM me, send me a message, or whatever have you. That would be absolutely excellent. I am here for you. I know one thing, I'm thinking about that pizza. I'm looking for to give me a nice slice. That is for sure. I'm sure you all will love it too. Mm-hmm. Yes. And oh, another thing I wanted to share. Although some of you know me with Miss Cameo Models International and Miss Renee Lacey, thank you so much. But I'm just amazed that I even want to be in front of a camera. Years ago, this was the last place I would have thought to be. Although I do have a background in the major in mass communications, but I was always interested in behind the scenes stuff, not in front of the scenes, not in front of the scenes or in front of the camera. Anyway, especially like this and live. So yes, thanks to keto and getting my life back, learning new things, I have more confidence in doing things and not being afraid or even ashamed of my appearance or what I look like. I have more pride in my appearance. I love dressing up and putting on the makeup. And, like I'm just saying, do what works for you and what you like to do, but it's never ever too late. Anything that you want to do, that you want to learn, that you want to gain experience from, that you want to improve you, bottom line, make you a better you. So you can be a blessing and a benefit to those you love, friends, family, and whoever have you. That's what I like to be. I want to be a blessing to my family and to my friends because they know I love them all so dearly. I love them dearly. Let me go get this pizza out the oven and so you all can see. Oh my goodness. Oh, this looks fabulous. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Oh my goodness. Love it. I'm going to go ahead, let this sit for. See, I'm greedy. I love food. I love to eat. Sometimes it's like, I don't want to wait till it cools. I want it now. So I might give it a minute. I'm going to cut into it a little bit because I want you all to see. And when you're keto, you don't have to be scheduled. You eat until you're full. Don't overstuff, but you eat until you're full and you eat enough. Make sure you are getting your fatty meats and your fat and a little bit of dairy. You know, that's it. So you don't have to um, ration your portions like you do on the SAD, the Standard American Diet. There's no need for that. No need for that at all. I'm getting this little spatula out. So I can, oh my goodness, look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. Oh, cheesy. Whoa. Wow. Look, look, look. Yeah, I'm gonna get me a piece right now. See what this tastes like. Oh, and I got a piece of pepperoni. See that? Yeah. Look at that. See, I'm greedy. It's hot, but my mouth can tolerate some hot stuff, so I'm just gonna blow a little bit. Mmm, excellent. Mm. Oh God, absolutely delicious. Oh, this is the best one I've made. Oh my God. Mmm, yes. Please review this. Get the ingredients. Get ready for the night. Here's a nice quick dinner for you and your family tonight. Took less than 45 minutes altogether to make this. Yes. So basically, get the ingredients, put everything together, and like I said, feel free to contact me. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and give me the little hearts too. Whether you're watching me on Facebook, um, YouTube, feel free. And on Twitter, that's right, I'm on Twitter. It's Tina the Keto Coach. Check me out, watch me, and share, 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 share. I look forward to working with you in the future. And oh, I gotta get another piece of this. Oh my God, this is so good. This is excellent. This is look at it. Oh my God. I'm almost forgetting that you all are there watching me. Look, I don't care. It's so good. I'm not gonna be proper. Mmm, mmm, delicious. And thank you so much. You all have a safe and happy and prosperous weekend. Contact me, Tina the Keto Coach. I look forward to hearing from you. Peace, love, and many, many, many blessings to you. Mwah. Thank you, thank you, thank you.